Hi, this is Dan Encell. Today is Tuesday, July 5th. I'm going to recap the first 6 months of the year, both nationwide and locally. So let's start off with nationwide. The national real estate market seems to be doing very well. Despite inventory levels, which are down about 5.5% compared to a year ago, existing home sales hit their highest rate in over 10 years during the first 6 months of this year. So good activity. Interest rates still very, very low. They're hovering around 3-year lows. You can get them in the low threes right now still for 30-year fix. So very attractive on that. Economy seems to be doing fine. Median sale price. The national median sale price hit an all-time high, which means we've surpassed the pre-crash lows there. Which were set in 2006. So we're finally back to and above where we were before the crash there, nationwide. We're not back to where we were locally, so I'll get back to that. But in terms of nationwide, everything seems to be humming along just fine there. So again, highest number of existing home sales in the past decade and all-time record high for median sales price during the first 6 months of this year. What's happening locally? Inventory levels are doing fine. We're down about 2% compared to a year ago, so that seems to be holding fairly constant. But the number of sales dropped quite a bit in every single community along the South Coast during the first half of this year. Overall sales were down about 15% to 844 sales, and average sale price fell 3% to $1,422,000. Median sale price though went up. The lowest entry part of the market is still bumping up there. So median sale price went up 7% to $936,000. So that part seems to be doing fine. But because of the drop in average sale price and the drop in the number of sales, overall sold volume dropped 17% to 1,217,681,000. On average, properties sold for 96% of their last listed price, which is exactly the same as it was the same time a year ago, so that's holding relatively constant. What's happening in Montecito? Montecito is one of the stronger segments of the market there. Inventory levels rose 7% to 363 active listings there. But the number sold dropped 4% to 117 sales, so a slight drop in the number of sales there. Median sale price was almost unchanged at $2,945,000, but average sale price dropped 4% to $3,795,000. Overall sold volume dropped about 8% to $444 million, and on average, properties sold for 94% of their last list price, which was up 1% compared to a year ago. The largest sale during the first 6 months of the year was 380 Santa Rosa Lane, which was my listing there. It sold for $28,875,000. So what happened the last month here? I also like to break it down just into the last month. So for June, for the Santa Barbara area, new listings, 250 new listings, very consistent with what we've been seeing the last several years for a June. The numbers sold, 179, couldn't be more consistent than the last couple of years. It was 178 in June of 2015, and 179 in June of 2014. So June's looking good. And pending sales down a little bit, down about probably 10% compared to a year ago. I've got 169 pending sales. What's happening in Montecito? 30 new listings, a little lower than what we've been seeing the last couple of years, but not terribly off. But the number sold, 14, that's down quite a bit. Last year during June we had 25, the year before we had 30, the year before 24, so that's down quite a bit. So June was clearly an off month, but looking forward, pending sales look pretty good. 18 pending sales, pretty consistent with what we've had the last couple of years. Had 19 last year during this time and 22 the year before. So that part looks pretty good. Just seemed to be, May, June seemed to be fairly quiet months there. So hopefully it's just a little blip in the screen and we'll continue on the rest of the year relatively strong. That's where we are for the first half of 2016.